Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Manny, in case you are new here. Today we're going to be talking about whether or not I regret buying my Apple Watch. So I'm just going to be talking through the functions that I use the most, the pros and the cons that I've kind of found after using my Apple Watch for almost a year now. This is the Apple Watch Series 3. I bought this last summer, I don't even remember, almost a year ago now I think, and I've been wearing it on my wrist daily ever since basically. My general consensus before I go into the details is that it is very unnecessarily necessary. I will continue to explain what that means. So I'm going to start with the functions that I use the most on my Apple Watch. To be honest, I don't use a ton of the functions, but the one that I use the most is just like everything exercise oriented. So that's including the heartbeat measuring, the activity, and tracking my workout. Ever since last summer, I've really been into fitness and exercising and stuff like that, so it's been really nice to be able to track my workout. Another thing that's great about the Apple Watch is that they have an activity app where it literally gives you goals every day to exercise however many minutes, burn however many calories, and stand like for 12 hours or something like that. And I like that a lot because I'm a very like checklist oriented person, so having these goals set out for me really makes me motivated to work out and get up every morning. I would say that the other function that I use the most is being able to control my music on my watch rather than on my phone. That was kind of like the purpose of why I bought the Apple Watch, because when I got AirPods, okay, this is gonna sound kind of stupid, but when I got AirPods, I realized that I couldn't adjust the volume on my AirPods without like grabbing for my phone, and that's just like a lot of work when I'm studying and stuff like that. I later found out that you could like adjust the tap buttons on the regular AirPods to make the volume go up or down, but I didn't know that at the time, so I got an Apple Watch. That's like one of the main reasons, other than the exercise functions. I'm able to change the volume on my Apple Watch and like skip songs, go through Spotify and stuff like that. It's just a lot easier than pulling out my phone every 5 minutes to switch my playlist or something like that when I'm studying. So that's kind of why I say it's like unnecessarily necessary, because you really don't need the functions at all. Like I don't need to track my workouts to the T every single day, and I don't need to have my watch to listen to music and stuff like that for sure. But once I have it, it does make life a lot easier and a lot more convenient. So some of the things that I like about the Apple Watch is that it mirrors notifications that come on your phone. So that means if I get a text message on my phone, I can check the notifications on my watch to see a notification instead of pulling out my phone. So as I said earlier, as a student when I'm studying, I don't have to pull out my phone every 10 minutes to check my notifications and then get distracted and stuff like that. I think it's helped me a lot with staying focused during studying, because 1 minute I'll check the messages notifications on my phone, and then I'll be going on TikTok, Instagram, and all that stuff, and then I'm distracted for 30 minutes. So it is a lot more convenient to have the watch, because then I can see, oh, no one texted me, I don't need to check my phone because I don't have friends. Anyways, the other thing that I like is all the exercise functions, of course. I will say that not everything is like super exact, like the heart rate monitor and stuff like that. I think there are probably more exact heart rate monitors and like watches where you can track your exercise, but with an all-around watch like an Apple Watch, I think it's pretty good for what it has. The exercise functions are really nice because you can track like what specific workouts you're doing. So some days I will track my mixed cardio, my high interval intensity training, like strength training, dance, there's like a ton others like basketball and all that kind of stuff. Like you just choose whatever category of exercise that you're doing, click it, and then it'll time it, measure your heart rate, the calories that you burn, and all that kind of stuff. And it's really nice to look back on later because, I don't know, I like to see how hard I go for each workout that I do, and also it just makes me feel good about myself and my workouts. Another thing that I love about the Apple Watch is with the activity function, so like the function with measuring calories and exercise and stuff like that, you can actually add your friends with Apple Watches so that you can compare like how much activity you're doing per day with your friends. So I do this with one of my friends a lot. When my friend finishes a workout, I'll get a notification that, oh, so-and-so finished a workout, and I can send them responses directly from my watch. I think it's like a really fun way to motivate each other, and it's super small, but it really does make my day all the time when my friends reply to my like activities and stuff like that. If you're like a competitive person, adding your friends with Apple Watches like can really be a way to motivate each other and have a competition to see who can exercise more. Obviously, I think saying this now, it does like kind of promote unhealthy lifestyle and like things that might trigger over exercising and stuff like that, but just be careful with like who you are and just be aware of that. And then some things that I don't like about the Apple Watch. The first thing, it's very small, is that when I first bought the Apple Watch, I had the white straps that came with them. I bought the white and silver. And then I wore a black shirt one night and then literally the whole strap was stained black. So I had to get new straps. I now have, it's like a stone color, if you can see, which I really like. I think it's a lot more neutral and less like in your face as the white. Some other things that I don't like is, I would say that the fitness stuff is definitely a little off at times. Like when I look at my heart rate monitor, there are times when I know for sure that it's off, but I don't know why. So it's not super exact. There are also times where it can't even measure my heartbeat, like with the way that my watch is on and stuff like that, but I've learned to deal with it. It's just how it is sometimes. I think some other things that I don't like are that if I wear my Apple Watch, this is kind of annoying. It's kind of hard to explain. So my Apple Watch mirrors the notifications from my phone, as I said earlier, but sometimes, most of the time, my phone is on silent, so I can see the notifications and I can go through it. But sometimes my phone is like on ringer and I want to hear the notifications that come up because maybe I'm out with my friends or something and I need to hear that I get a call. If I have my Apple Watch on and the ringer on my phone, sometimes the notifications go straight to my watch and not through my phone, so I don't get to like hear them because most of the time my Apple Watch is silent as well. So it is kind of annoying because I'll miss like text messages and stuff like that, but I think that's just like a really small thing. I don't know. I feel like this video is gonna make it seem like I'm complaining about like first world problems, which I don't want to make it seem like that, but I think this video is just interesting to talk about, like whether Apple Watches are worth it or not. I'm gonna add on one more thing that I like is that right now I'm using the interface where you can see your calendar events on the home screen of the watch. You can also see the time, the date, and your activity circles, and I really like that function because as a student, I would say that sometimes there are a lot of things going on during the day, and I put everything that I do in my calendar, so having that on my wrist at all times and being able to see where I'm going, when I'm going, and whatever I need to do that day is really nice and convenient. I forgot to mention that along with the customizable home screens, you can also choose which home screens that you want on your watch. So there are a ton that are available on the watch app where you can customize what kind of background. There are some that show clocks, there are like pride themes, colored themes, and then just a bunch of other ones like with photos and stuff as well. So it's totally customizable to whatever you want. If you prefer to have like a nice, more classic watch look, then that can definitely be a thing that you choose. Or if you want something more functional, there are other backgrounds where you can change the color and have all of your like activity rings and times up at the top as well. Another thing with the Apple Watch that I don't particularly like is just how bulky it is. It's definitely bulkier than like a normal watch, I would say. This is different with the new Apple Watch Series 5 though. That is a lot thinner, it is wider, but the Apple Watch Series 3 is super bulky and it makes you look like a spy kid, honestly. I've seen that meme online where it's like people who wear fancy dresses with their Apple Watch on look like spy kids or whatever. That's literally me. But yeah, I would say like the design of it is not the best. I really want to get like a better Apple Watch strap, like maybe a leather one, but the actual watch itself is a little thick and just very noticeable, I would say. I will also say that the cost of this was probably around $300 last summer. I don't know even if they sell these anymore. Maybe they only sell the Apple Watch Series 5. I have no idea. But when I bought it, it wasn't too bad of a sale. They don't really do sales on Apple Watches like the iPad and stuff like that, but up to you to decide. And then thinking about other smartwatches that you could buy and like thinking about which one you want to buy, I urge you to think about if you have an iPhone, obviously. I don't think Androids can do the same stuff as an iPhone with an Apple Watch. Thinking about what features you want to use the most. So if you're a health junkie and you really just want to use it for the fitness stuff, I honestly can say that there are probably better smartwatches out there. I know Fitbit is one and it's a lot cheaper. Swatch is also another one. I don't know anymore, but I think that Apple Watch's the fitness thing is like not the best. It's not terrible, but it's not the best for sure. I think Fitbits overall, they're a lot more simple and can track like your steps and your heart rate and all that stuff a lot more accurately. That being said though, if you want a more like well-rounded use of your watch, like with apps and timing and calendar and syncing with your iPhone, I would say the Apple Watch is the way to go because there isn't really another watch that can do that. If I am wrong, please let me know and correct me, but I don't know of any other watches that can do the same thing that this one can. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about the Apple Watch. I really enjoy using my Apple Watch. I would buy it again if I had the opportunity to. Yeah, I don't really regret buying it at all. I really enjoy using it, and I think it has benefited my health and my fitness, and just like is really nice. I don't know. That's my opinion, you can have your own. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, leave a comment if you want to, and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
And I was like, yo.